What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Real Cowboys fans stand up. And yo, today I want to talk about Terence Steele, and I apologize in advance. I meant to get this video out to you guys yesterday, but man, my boxing trainer, he trying to kill y'all boy, man. He had me working yesterday, and I came home and I went straight to bed. But we're going to go ahead and get this film out because a lot of Cowboys fans are like, yo, Tuck, do we have a Terence Steele problem? So let's go ahead and let the film answer that question for us. So, Terence Steele, on this very first play, like we know even last year before the knee injury, right, he was a lot better in run blocking than he was in pass pro. Like, let's just be honest, right? But the thing we liked about Terence was the power and the consistency that we saw from him, as he progressed throughout his tenure as a Dallas Cowboys right tackle. And he's very athletic because y'all remember, like, he could play left tackle. Like, we moved him around. So there's a lot of different things that Terence could do pre-injury. Now, on this play right here, he comes off the line. You see the explosiveness off the line. You'll see the engagement, good push. But where I think Terence is really struggling this year is keeping engaged with the defender. And you'll see that he lets loose right here. He gets swim off, and the defender is able to make the tackle. I think that's Josh Sweat, who is a Florida State Seminole. So it sometimes just be like that when you're battling my nose. But on the second play right here, what you'll notice, and this is why, a lot of people were asking me on Twitter, like, is it the injury or not? Like, I personally don't think it's the injury. Now, it could have a mental aspect of the injury, but when you watch Terence Steele, the step is fine. The initial step is fine. Boom. So he's moving laterally. He's moving perfectly fine. The initial punch is okay, but you see once he gets disengaged, it's that second push, right? That second punch, and he's leaning and he's lunging. And what he's doing a lot, and we'll see it constantly throughout this film session, is this outside hand, boom, right there, is constantly just getting swiped and ripped constantly, and which is allowing these defenders to run the hoop on him and get to the quarterback, which makes Dak flush outside the pocket. So, me personally, y'all, I don't think it's the injury. That's just me. Now, like I said, there could be a mental aspect where he's not trusting himself, and that could lead to some of the techniques. But when it comes to it, when you watch him, it's more like a technique thing with Terence, which is concerning because he didn't show this last year. Now, could it be the new coach, offensive line coach? Who knows? But right now, it's just about the hand fighting. And remember, y'all remember this offseason, what did we see a lot of our defenders doing, like Micah Parsons, right? And even when I had Sean Merriman on the show, he talked about how combat training helped him become a better pass rusher because you can win at the hands, like at the point of contact. That's where you win. So on this third play right here, right, it's going to be an inside pass rush move, and like his hands aren't even up, right? He barely even gets a touch on Reddit. And that's the one thing you can't allow is an inside pass rush move, because that is just a straight beeline to your quarterback. But watch his hands. He's barely even touching them. Like by the time he finally gets his hands on the Reddick, it's already a wrap. It's already a wrap. And this is pretty much a free dinner for Reddick to get to Dak Prescott. So once again, I just think it's a lot to do with his hand placements and his technique. Something is off, which we got to kind of find, okay, what's the remedy to fix that? But also, you have to understand, like, Reddick is one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, and we dropped back and through damn near 40 times, so there was going to be a lot of opportunity. But still, it wasn't just this game. Terence still has been struggling this year. In the 49ers game, he's struggling. There's been some other games where me and my guy Landlord even spoke about, like, yo, what's going on with Terence? So I decided today to finally take a look. On this next play right here, tell me what you guys see. Outside hand, swipe, rip, pressure. So it's he's shooting with this outside hand, and he's not even getting much engagement. Now, ideally, what you would like for him to do is shoot with the inside hand, right? Because it gives you another opportunity, one, get your shoulder square, but also you don't want to give pass rushers this upfield shoulder, because as soon as you get that, so as soon as this pass rusher like Reddick gets this upfield shoulder, meaning up top here, right, it's pretty much ball game if you can run the hoop. So, that's the one thing you can allow. So if you push with this inside hand, it gives you the opportunity to stay square and kind of like a basketball defender, keeping him away from your quarterback. But as soon as you get this upfield shoulder right there, it's a wrap, because all you got to do is bend the corner and get to the quarterback. And luckily, Dak just says, you know what? Don't even worry about it, Terence. I got this, But you're going to see constantly, y'all, in this film session, he's going to shoot this outside hand. It's going to get chopped and swiped, and it's off to the races to get to the quarterback. Boom, get it off me, swipe. That's pretty much like the foundation of being a pass rusher. This move right here, it's like, for me, playing linebacker, right, an edge rusher. This was the very first, pass rush move they teach you, right? Chop that hand, swipe the back of their pads, get them lunging, run the hoop. Like, that's our warm-up drill. And they were doing this warm-up drill versus Terence all game. On this play right here, boom, what do you see? Outside hand, he's lunging over, running the hoop. So the same exact thing, y'all. The same exact thing. This was constant. So I don't know. Maybe the Eagles may have saw this on film because this was their go-to pass rush move, and it was working damn near every time. But boom, kick, push, he's lunging, ass all up in the air, is getting chopped, shoulder, run the hoop, gets to the quarterback. Forces the quick throw from Dak Prescott. Watch it from this angle. Boom, get it off me. It's the same move. Like, he didn't even have to hit the back of his shoulder pad this time. It's just a simple chop, swipe, run the hoop. Chop, swipe, run the hoop. That's very, very basic pass rush moves right there, and Reddick didn't even have to do much to get to the quarterback. On this play right here, it shows him pulling around. So that's why I'm saying, like, he's able to pull. Now, here's the one thing. It's like, yo, Terence, like, I get it if you're getting your butt whooped in pass pro all day, but I expect you to, when you get up on this little number 41, this linebacker, blow him up, bro. Blow him up. But he gets met in the hole. Bam. Which causes that big disruption right there where Tony Pollard really can't make a move. You're like, come on, Terence, if you're pulling, bro, at least the one thing you can do is bring some physicality, and you got to blow this up. You got to blow that up, but he didn't. Like I said, he's moving perfectly fine. If you watch him pull and do, some of the things with his kick and his lateral movement, I don't see, like, all right, he's moving kind of slow, right? Like we kind of saw with Law L. Like, Law L wasn't able to move. Terence is able to move. I think Terence is just struggling technique-wise. All right, what do y'all see? What do y'all see? I ain't even gotta say nothing. I ain't gotta say nothing. Y'all smart enough in this channel to tell me what do y'all see. Outside hand, get it off me. Now, here, once again, this time he's able to shield him from running that hoop, right? So he's able to recover from it, but once again, to continue to go with that same pass rush move. But on this play right here, he had more engagement. But it's that same thing, right? And not allowing Reddick to get your upfield shoulder. All right, I think this is the run play right here. So you'll see him come off the line of scrimmage. He lunges. His hands are still down. No engagement with this defensive end. Barely even touches him now. He's pretty much damn near holding. Right? So I just think he just had a bad day versus the Eagles defense, y'all. On this play right here, tell me once again, what do you see? Outside hand, chop, shoulder pad, get it off me, run the hoop. So they were doing that constantly all game to Terence. So is it fixable? That's the magic question, right? Is it fixable? I think it is. There's just some technique things that you need to clean up with Terence. But also I would say from a scheme perspective, like, why wasn't anyone noticing that, yo, your right tackle's really struggling over there with Reddick, right? Maybe you want to chip him, or maybe you want to give him that Micah Parsons treatment. Because if Micah Parsons was causing the havoc that Reddick was doing, I doubt the Philadelphia Eagles would say, let's just let it happen, right? So it's a little bit of everything. I think it's technique, a lot of technique on Terence's side, bad hand placement, scheme-wise, possibly the injury. This is a good pass pro right there. But I think it's a lot of things that really took place, which is why, even though it ended up costing us on Sunday, I think it's fixable. You just have to learn and grow from it. On this play right here, you'll see him once again, right? Because when you look at Terence Steele, when it comes to like the bull rushing, like I think it was this play right here, this bull rush right here. So if you meet him at the chest plate, he's perfectly fine. Setting his anchor, everything is perfectly fine, right? So that's why I don't believe it's really the ACL injury or the knee injury, right? Now he's holding a little bit. He's holding, you know what I'm saying? He's holding, got his hair wrapped all around his helmet. But, he can play physical if you give him the bull rush. Where he really struggles is with the speed rushing. Lunges, gets up the inside pass rush once again to Dak Prescott. So it was just very bad technique. It was very bad technique. You know, I'm not sure what was going on with him mentally, physically, but you can't allow it because ultimately we're depending on the right side to be one of the strongest sides in football. And Terence has had a bad day. He was getting up the inside, he was getting up the outside, just from a technique standpoint. But I think ultimately the Dallas Cowboys have to be aware, like, okay, there has been some issues on the right side. Bring in a tight end. Let him chip a little bit, right? Slide your protection, because once again, this simple play right here changed the course of the game and could be the difference between us winning the game and losing the game. And if you look at this play right here, once again, like I've been saying all film session, chopped, get it off me, upside shoulder, rip, bend the hoop, get to the quarterback, man. So comment, like, subscribe. Let me know how y'all feel about Terence Steele. What is your thoughts? Ultimately, you know, should we be concerned? Slightly, but I think that Terence is the type of competitor. He's going to improve and learn from getting his butt whooped on Sunday, and I think he's going to bounce back, man. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at jtuck151. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and go Cowboys. Peace.